What's a sheep's favorite music? Lady Baba and Ed Sheeran. That's a bad joke. Hey everybody, I'm Chef Chris and welcome to the Lodge Kitchen. Today we're gonna be making March's recipe of the month, shepherd's pie in this beautiful cast iron skillet. This dish is amazing. It's a showstopper. Once you see the final product, you're going to be amazed and it tastes better than it looks. I guarantee it. So to start off our shepherd's pie, we've got to peel some potatoes. I've already washed these potatoes, so we're just gonna give them a peel. I just want to clean it up, make sure that I've removed all of the potato skin. We're gonna do this fairly quickly. If we let the potatoes sit out for too long, we're talking like 10-15 minutes, then they'll start to oxidize and they won't be as pretty. So we're just gonna make sure that we get these into our water as soon as we can so that that doesn't happen. And I'm making sure to keep my fingers very clear of the Y peeler. And don't break it. We'll be right back with a different color peeler. So tips for a peeler, don't press too hard. And I always like to use a red peeler because a green peeler tends to fly off in my hand. So we are going to now quarter our potatoes. These are gonna go straight into my empty stock pot. I'm gonna add cold water to this to about 1 inch above the potatoes. Now we're going to go over our burner on high heat. While our potatoes are coming to a boil, I'm gonna grab the rest of our veg and we'll go ahead and get that prepped out. So we're using 2 large carrots today. We'll take our peeler, do the same thing. Try not to break it this time. We're gonna do diced carrots. I'm gonna chop off the root. I'm gonna chop off the end. Now we're going to cut a platform, something for our carrot to stand on. I'm just gonna slice off the bottom and now it won't wiggle around. And I'm going to cut this into planks and then we are going to cut them into strips. We're gonna cut those into evenly sized pieces of carrot, and that's just gonna make sure that every carrot cooks at a similar speed. All right, so we also have garlic. We're gonna give it a pop. Onion. I've already got some thyme leaves in my little ramekin. I'm gonna just strip some rosemary off. We're just gonna run our knife through this. You can use dried herbs if you want. I just like the freshness that this adds. I'm gonna make that. Take a trip in here with our thyme. Our potatoes have been going for about 10 minutes. They're probably not all the way done yet, but I am gonna check them. Now, like I said, you can use a fork, and if a fork slides in and out, then you're pretty good. But I'm gonna use my instant read thermometer because I have one. I want it to be 210 degrees would be amazing. Right now we're about 207, so that's pretty perfect. These are my mama's garlic mashed potatoes. A little twist on them because we're using Kerrygold butter. We've got quite a bit of butter here. This is 1.5 sticks of butter, and I'm gonna hit that with garlic and salt. Time for fun. I'm not gonna add my heavy cream quite yet. I'm gonna make sure that I work out any lumps before we hit it with the heavy cream. Pro tip, if you heat your heavy cream, more of it will absorb faster into your potatoes. We're using warm heavy cream. We're gonna mix this in a little at a time until we get the right consistency. And give it a look-see. Looks great. Always gotta taste it. Mama, you're gonna be proud of me. Woo! Now we're going to heat up our cast iron skillet because it's time to do the lamb thing. We're gonna go about medium to medium high heat. We are using leftover lamb from a lamb leg, but you can also use lean ground beef or a sirloin. Any of those things will work. This is more of a traditional way and it tastes really lamb good. Sorry, Mom. May just toss one of them in there and see if it sizzles. We're not quite there yet. Jumping the gun. I think we've waited long enough. I'm gonna add the rest of our lamb and we should hear sizzle this time. There we go. I'm a fish spatula guy. You guys know that about me. We're just gonna make sure all that lamb is coming into contact with our beautiful cast iron skillet. This is gonna go 5 to 8 minutes. I wanna get some crispy bits. Just make sure that Maillard reaction is working in the bottom of that skillet and just adding more flavor to my dish. We've got some really great crispy edges on my lamb, but it's not overdone. We are going to add it to this plate because we're gonna work our vegetables in the same skillet. So, we'll let the lamb come over here and rest. All of that veg that we cooked, or that we chopped earlier, goes back in. We've got some great color on our carrots. Our onions are looking great. We are ready for the next step. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste, rosemary, and our thyme, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm just gonna stir that around, make sure that it gets well incorporated. We're gonna add our lamb back in. I'm gonna just make sure that this is evenly distributed. Got a cup of beef stock. Why not? Let's put a cup of Guinness in this. We're gonna add a cup of Guinness. Our sauce is reducing. That's gonna go about 10 minutes on the simmer. It's gonna get velvety and smooth and just amazing. And we are going to prep our piping bag. I've got the largest piping bag in the entire world. So I took a quart container and I cut the bottom out of it because this is such a big piping bag. This was my MacGyver way of doing this today. Now my piping bag is inside that quart container and I've got rigid sidewalls so I can hold on to something. And now we are just going to add our mashed potatoes. This is gonna be fun. Never done this on camera before. All right. Shake, 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 Senora. Shake it all the time. Work, 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 Senora. It's looking pretty good to me. And I'm just gonna pull that quart container off the top. Give it another little shake. All right, now we're ready for business. How cool is that? My mama didn't do it like this. All right, so we've got our sauce thickening at this point. We are now going to add our peas, and that is gonna come up to temp very quickly. And now we're gonna take our ridiculous piping bag. What I'm gonna do first is lay like a ground coat. So what I'm gonna do right now is basically just cover the skillet. If you don't wanna do this, you don't have to, but it's a lot of fun. You can get the kids involved. Now you really can't screw this part up, folks. Whatever you do is gonna be a work of art. Every work of art is different and beautiful in its own right. So what I'm gonna do is just make a little squiggly pattern. Channel your inner Bob Ross here, folks. Happy trees. Fill in the gap. Now we're gonna do some rosettes. So in the middle, just gonna work. And then I'm just gonna add these wherever I want. You know why? Because it's my prerogative. All right, so we've got our wavy little pattern, finished it with some rosettes. This is gonna go into a 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and it's gonna add some color to the top and just make these rosettes pop. Did you guys see that? We did that. I'm excited. You should be too. What? Is this real life? Oh my goodness. I would love to dive into this right now, but I'd probably get 3rd-degree burns. So we're gonna let this cool down just a little bit. I cannot wait to take a bite. I don't even know what else to say about this other than it looks fantastic. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of parsley. Just gonna help that color pop. This is a work of art. I guarantee if you serve this at your dinner table, people are gonna be like, they're just gonna clap. They're just gonna walk by and you're gonna applaud them. As well they should. I'm gonna dig in and serve myself. I think this rosette looks amazing. I think that's mine right there, folks. This is our shepherd's pie, March's recipe of the month. I hope that you make it at home. Please tag us if you do. Make it your own. I cannot wait for you all to try this. And I can't wait to take a bite. The lamb is perfect, it's tender. The gravy is just flavorful and delicious. This is absolutely 100% in my book. Shepherd's pie. I love you, bye.